John May, General Manager of Petrale Roofing, up on another customer's roof doing a free 21-point inspection. If you'd like us to take a look at your roof, give us a call today, 719-375-8773. We'd be happy to take a look and see the condition of your roof. Petrale Roofing, we're a Diamond certified TAMCO installer, which means we can offer a industry-leading 25-year workmanship warranty to give you peace of mind in the storm. Call Petrale Roofing, 719-375-8773. Schedule your free inspection today.
I am Peaks to Plains meteorologist Rachel Plath, and things are starting to get a little bit more active here as we take you into your Thursday afternoon. Storms are bubbling up across the high country, sliding over the I-25 corridor and picking up a little bit of strength as they do so. And we do have the potential for strong to severe storms out there this afternoon and evening. You can see some of those ominous clouds rolling through the Pikes Peak region, where we have had quite a bit of rain already, especially up in Teller County. But the strongest storm that we have right now is actually just off toward the north and east of Colorado Springs. Peyton, Callahan, you have been getting rain for quite some time now. The storm that moved through the Peyton area not too long ago has actually built off toward the north and is now prompting a severe thunderstorm warning. So that is the reason for this live coverage right now. We do have just to the north of Highway 24 a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued that will stay in effect until 3 o'clock this afternoon. And this is because there is the potential for 60-mile-per-hour gusts, along with, listen to this, ping pong ball size hail is what radar is suggesting will be possible as this storm rolls through the area. And it's very easy to see where exactly we could see that large hail, and it's going to be in that area of pink and white that you see just to the north of the El Paso County line. So again, this is a closer look in Elbert County, where we are continuing to track the potential for this strong storm to move through. This storm is prompting, again, that severe thunderstorm warning that will stay in effect here as we take you through about, I'm not sure why that's glitching right now. This storm is going to remain in the area through about 3 o'clock. So a severe thunderstorm warning is something that we are going to monitor. Since that's not working, I'm going to take you over and give you a different view. Let's see. So that I can show you this warning a little bit better. So there we go. We'll zoom in on this severe thunderstorm warning that again is in Elbert County right now. This is just to the north of Callahan. You can see it there on your screen. The yellow box is where we do have the severe thunderstorm warning. And again, ping pong ball size hail is possible with this storm. So it is not impacting Callahan. In fact, Callahan, Peyton, Raymond, Simla, none of those areas included in the severe thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm warning is a little bit farther toward the south, so kind of over rural areas just to the north of the El Paso County line, but you can see the progression of this storm. It hit Peyton pretty hard with some rain right around about 1:45. That storm then moved off toward the east, bringing that heavy rain to Callahan. The potential for hail off to the north right around 2:30, but then you'll see that cell again just to the north of the El Paso County line that really has developed into a strong storm that is capable now, as I mentioned, of producing ping pong ball size hail along with 60-mile-per-hour gusts. This storm is moving to the southeast at about 10 miles per hour, though if I put this kind of into motion, you'll notice that it's not moving overly quickly. It will eventually bring this heavy rain to Rama. Simla and Matheson looks to be in the path of this storm if it does not weaken before it gets to those areas. It is possible that we could end up keeping that hail core in place. And if that happens, of course, there is the potential for the severe thunderstorm warning to be extended as well. So that is something that we will have to keep an eye out for as this storm moves through the area. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Elbert County as we take you into the 3 o'clock time period. We do also have another strong storm that is just to the south of Cripple Creek. South of Cripple Creek is where we do have another storm that is producing some heavy rain to the south of Victor. This is just to the north of Canyon City, but again, I will put this into motion and you'll kind of see this storm as it developed and popped up. It is also not moving overly quickly, which is concerning if this storm were to continue sliding off toward the south and impact the Aspen Acres fire. You'll notice that large green shading. That is because there is a flash flood watch that will remain in effect for the remainder of the afternoon and into the evening through about 5 o'clock. And that, 9 o'clock as we take you into the late evening is when the flash flood watch is expected to stay in effect until, because of course there is the potential that with any storm that rolls over the Aspen Acres fire, we could be dealing with the potential for flash flooding. So that is going to be an area that we will be monitoring very closely. I do want to give you another look. We have another severe thunderstorm warning to tell you about. This is well to the north of our area, but just if you're keeping tabs or you know folks in the area, north of Fort Collins, we do have another severe thunderstorm warning that remains in effect until 3 o'clock, and that is because of the potential for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, as well as 1 inch in diameter hail. And I can actually give you a look from within that storm. That storm is producing quite a bit of heavy rain in the region. So this is up north in the Weld County area and east central Lamar counties, and you can see the heavy rain that is falling as a result of those storms moving through. So we do have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised though if we end up with a few more here as we take you through the remainder of the evening, simply because we do have all of the ingredients in place. We have nice instability, we have a twist in the atmosphere, we have plenty of moisture to deal with, and so that is why we are continuing to keep an eye on all of these storms. It looks like my radar on my Peaks to Plains computer is back up and running, so let's take you around the area again. Between Cripple Creek and Canyon City, we have that cell not warned as severe, but it is something that we are continuing to monitor here as we take you through your Thursday afternoon. We have strong storms also across the Raton Mesa, an area where we always see, or we have a tendency to see quite frequently, strong storms bubbling up. So west into Trinidad, you're getting in on that rain, likely hearing quite a bit of thunder and lightning off in the distance, but no severe thunderstorm warnings there as of yet either. We do have the severe thunderstorm warning ongoing though for Elbert County, and that is thanks to this cell that looks like it is weakening somewhat, still capable of producing some moderate to heavy rain. I'm not quite sure why every time I zoom in there, it decides that it wants to lose our radar. We'll just keep it just like that so you can kind of see it without, I guess, making it nervous. The severe thunderstorm warning again goes until 3 o'clock this afternoon. It does look like that core is weakening. However, if you are tuning in from Simla, thank you for joining us here on Peaks to Plains as this storm moves your way. It is still going to be capable of producing at least pea-size hail, even in its weakened form. And of course, 60-mile-per-hour gusts, something that we'll have to monitor. And we are going to be tracking the potential for very heavy rain as it moves through as well. That could cause some reduced visibilities along Highway 24, as well as some ponding on the roads. If we see storms that move over areas that were saturated by rain yesterday, flash flooding in urban areas could also be a big concern. So we are continuing to monitor these conditions. And as I mentioned, we have that flash flood watch for the area in green. This is specific, though, to the Aspen Acres fire. So it does include Pueblo County and portions of Custer County, but you'll notice that it is specific to the Aspen Acres fire, which is sort of that red shaded area on your screen. If we do get any storms that roll through, of course, flash flooding will be a concern. We do have a bit of light rain right now moving into the western flanks of fire perimeter. The fire perimeter is that area of pink on your screen. Doesn't look like that rain is heavy enough to prompt concerns as of yet, but if that changes, we'll let you know right here on Peaks to Plains. But if you are familiar with that area and you are concerned, just know that right now Willow Creek, Middle Creek look to be the two areas that are getting the bulk of the rain currently. And we did have some rain on the area yesterday, so any additional rain could very easily cause problems, even if it's not a lot of heavy rain. So that is going to be something that we will need to watch out for. Here's a look at Skycast over the next couple of hours, and you'll notice that we'll keep the bulk of the storms really up across the high country, with just a few storms expected to slide over the I-25 corridor. We will keep storms in place through about 4:30 and into the first part of the evening. Here's a look at 7 o'clock, and you'll notice the storms most likely through 8 o'clock will be across southern mountains, maybe an isolated storm sliding into the adjacent plains of the I-25 corridor. Storms, though, will not last across the eastern plains. So if you are tuning in from Eads, Lamar, Springfield, it's likely you're just going to get maybe a cloud or two to roll overhead, maybe a gust of wind from nearby storms, but storms should dissipate as they push off the I-25 corridor and out across the plains, simply because you just have drier air in that area, not conducive for the maintenance of storm intensity. So the best chance for getting strong to severe storms will be along the I-25 corridor, across our local mountains and the adjacent plains. Into the first part of your Friday, things should clear out. We will still be monitoring some storms east of the Colorado state line, but those should not be an issue for us here as we take you into the overnight time frame. Once we lose that daytime heating, storms decrease in intensity, and they are going to also decrease in coverage. But until then, it's going to be in that area of orange that you see on your screen where we will have the best chance of getting some of those strong to severe storms. So I want to take you back to radar, give you a little recap of what we have going on, and let you know if there's any new information regarding the severe thunderstorm warning that we are continuing to keep an eye on right along the Palmer Divide. This storm is showing signs that it is weakening at least somewhat. The hail core is not quite as impressive as it was when the severe thunderstorm warning was issued, but nevertheless, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that remains in effect until 3 o'clock this afternoon. This storm is going to be capable still of producing some moderate to heavy rain. So let me zoom into that for you. That is the yellow box on your screen. The severe thunderstorm warning does not include El Paso County. It is for areas just to the north. It is, though, sliding over portions of Highway 24, and the actual cell that prompted the severe thunderstorm warning to be issued in the first place is eventually going to make its way towards Simla and Matheson. So get ready for some heavy rain there, but you'll notice that hail core over the last 15 minutes or so has begun to break up and dissipate at least somewhat. The storm will still be capable of producing at least some small hail, as it's still pretty strong, and heavy rain and gusty winds look to be the primary threats now. But again, we still have that severe thunderstorm warning in place for about the next 5 minutes. This is a part of the same cluster of storms that brought some heavy rain to Peyton, as well as Calhan. Right now, Rama and Simla looking to be getting in on that heaviest rain. We had quite a bit of thunder and lightning around Woodland Park and northern parts of Colorado Springs earlier this afternoon, but no severe thunderstorm warnings, at least not as of right now. We have a cluster of storms that's pushing through Fremont County right now. No severe thunderstorm warnings issued there as of yet. We do have a storm, though, the one that is right near Canyon City, though, that is going to be capable of producing at least half-inch size hail, along with 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So it's this cell right here that is sliding just to the north of Highway 50, kind of taking a southeastward track, though. That's the direction that we expect storms out there to be going this afternoon. So we do still have that storm to deal with. No severe thunderstorm warning as of yet, though. But as I mentioned, if that changes, we will continue with the live coverage here. We have storms across our southern mountains and the Raton Mesa, and the storm that prompted a severe thunderstorm warning farther toward the north in Fort Collins. That looks like that severe thunderstorm warning is still in effect as well. That is, again, in Larimer County and Weld County. That severe thunderstorm warning will remain in effect until 3 o'clock also. And I do have a view from our cameras in that area, and you can see some very heavy rain that has continued to roll through the area and is continuing to do so. 1 inch in diameter hail along with 60-mile-per-hour gusts are possible with that storm right now. So strong storms that will continue to impact us here as we take you through the rest of the evening or rest of the afternoon and into the evening. I do expect storms, though, after the sun sets to really decrease not only in intensity, but also coverage. Until then, though, it does look like we are going to keep things pretty active. So right now, the severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for Elbert County. It does look like if we take a little bit of a closer look at that storm, the northern flank of the storm is starting to pick up a little bit of speed. So I was hopeful that it was decreasing in intensity, which it showed signs of doing so, but then it's popping up this more northerly cell that is going to maintain its strength as it moves off toward the east across Elbert County. And it does look like that hail core has kind of pulsed right back up. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get another severe thunderstorm warning that will develop that will be issued rather for that storm. But as of right now, that looks to be the strongest storm across the area. Storms still rolling through Fremont County. We do have a bit of light rain that seems to be moving toward the Aspen Acres fire. As of right now, though, it doesn't seem like the rain is hard enough or heavy enough to prompt flooding concerns. But with the amount of rain that we had yesterday, it is very possible that we could get just enough to prompt flash flooding concerns. So if you are in that region, please be vigilant and heed the warnings that are issued if there are any in the area. We do have a flash flood watch that has been issued for the Aspen Acres fire because there is the potential for heavy rain producing storms here as we take you through the rest of your Thursday. It will dry out on Friday, though. We do expect, while there will still be the potential for an isolated storm or two, drier air moves in as high pressure sort of rebuilds over the area and flattens just a bit, bringing winds in from the west. So that is something that we can look forward to, a little bit of a break from the severe weather as we round out the end of the work week and head into the weekend. Monsoonal moisture is expected, though, to increase again as we take you into the second half of the weekend. So I have more on that on your extended forecast. Of course, you can find that in the Peaks to Plains app, where it is our weather together. We're keeping an eye on all of these storms. Again, we have that severe thunderstorm warning that remains in effect for about the next minute or so. And with that storm redeveloping, I wouldn't be surprised if we get another severe thunderstorm warning to be issued for that northern cell. We'll take one last look at that. Again, this is in Elbert County, just off to the north of El Paso County. And let's see, I'm not quite sure why it keeps doing that to me. But if I zoom out, then it likes it a little bit better. So that's initial severe thunderstorm warning was allowed to expire. We have that secondary cell, though, that's kind of riding right along Highway 86. And it looks like that has pulsed up just a bit and is going to be the primary concern with that cluster of storms as it moves across Elbert County. So that is going to be something that we'll watch out for. No severe thunderstorm warning has been reissued at this time, but it is possible that we will get one here. And of course, we will keep you up to date on everything right here on Peaks to Plains, where it is our weather together. That has been your live coverage of some strong to severe storms that we are continuing to monitor across the area, with strong to severe storms expected for the next several hours. We'll keep an eye on them for you right here on Peaks to Plains, where again, it is our weather together.
I'm Catherine.
And I'm Dewey, here with another water-wise tip.
During summer, do you know why we water up to 3 days a week?
To make the best use of me.
Exactly. It builds deeper, stronger roots and makes your lawn more resilient.
Also, use the cycle and soak method. Try shorter cycles with breaks in between to reduce runoff.
And in spring or fall, you can water 1 or 2 days per week. Be water-wise and your lawn will thrive.
Now that's water-wise. Learn more at csu.org/waterwise.